Tomorrow, I leave to drive from San Diego, California to Bryce Canyon in Utah to run in my first race ever, the Bryce Canyon 50k Ultramarathon. An ultramarathon is any race that's longer than the traditional marathon distance, which is 26.2 miles. And the reason why I chose an ultramarathon for my first race is because I'm a pretty avid hiker and I really like being in the outdoors. I love the mountains, so I figured something on the trail would be a better fit for me. The race that I'll be doing is 31 miles, and I did add up the elevation from the course description, so I know that it's somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 feet of elevation gain, which is pretty crazy. A hike that I've done previously is Mount Whitney, which is the tallest mountain in the lower 48 states, and the elevation gain for that mountain is 6,100 feet. So to think that I'll be doing something close to that is pretty scary. Up until 2 months ago, I was not a runner. I'm still not a runner. I think the last run I really went on was 2 years ago, and that was maybe 7 or 8 miles. I will say that I am pretty athletic. I'm a hiker, I do spin, I do yoga. I've been pretty athletic for years now, but running wise, I am still a beginner. And 2 months ago, I had zero running experience. Luckily, my best friend Katie is a runner. She ran the LA Marathon, so she helped me in training for this race. She did register with me for the Bryce Canyon 50k, and we were going to do it together. Unfortunately, she did have to back out a little last minute, so that is adding a little bit of stress going into the weekend. I didn't really expect to have to do this alone. I was really excited to share the highs and the lows with my best friend, but I'm still going, and I'm going to make a fun little solo road trip out of it. I'm going to make the most out of the situation, and I really want to finish for the both of us. I want to do Katie proud. I guess my intention in registering for this race 2 months ago was the fact that I have always hated running. I've tried so many different sports and physical activities, and I've just always hated running. And the main reason was because I was just really bad at it, and I hated feeling like I was out of shape, and I hated feeling discouraged. And I think that something really important in life is making sure that we constantly try new things. That's really important to me, at least. And I think as we get older, we tend to find things that we really like, and we tend to find things that we're really good at, and then we stick with those things, and we forget what it feels like to fail, and we forget what it feels like to be uncomfortable and maybe look a little silly or feel a little bit out of place. So with that in mind, I just decided that I wanted to give running another chance, and I wanted to see if I could prove myself right by, going out of my comfort zone and trying something new and seeing how it paid off. I will say that these past 2 months have been really hard, and I'm still pretty nervous about this weekend. I have a huge fear of failure. I think a lot of us do, and there's a big possibility that I don't finish the race this weekend. There's a big possibility that I get exhausted or dehydrated, or maybe I get injured, or maybe I just am exhausted and I just don't want to finish. That's a big possibility. That failure, it's a possibility. But I think that fear of failure can be really crippling, and I think a lot of people don't even start something because they're so afraid that they're not going to finish it. And going into this race, I just have to think, what's the worst thing that happens if I don't finish, or if I do fail? The worst thing that happens is that I don't finish, and then I go home and I start running again, and I start training again, and I try a different race or something new. So I don't know, I guess the reason why I wanted to make a little video surrounding this weekend is just to show you guys that, if there's anyone out there that's watching this that might be afraid of trying something or holding themselves back from trying something because they're just scared of that failure, just do it. Just go for it. Register for something. Try something new. Put yourself out there, because guaranteed, no matter what, you're gonna walk away really, really proud that you tried. So yeah, I leave tomorrow and I'm really excited. So let's do this. So this is my race day setup. I got my pack and my energy. I'm gonna be like the most extra person in the world, and I really want mush overnight oats for breakfast tomorrow morning because they have a coconut cold brew. So I'm literally stopping at Whole Foods in Vegas. Eat your greens. Alright, just a quick update. I got on the road way later than I thought I would. I was pretty anxious last night for the race and I couldn't really fall asleep until probably like 3 or 4 a.m. And when I tried to wake up at like 5 to leave, I was just so exhausted and I figured it would be better for me to sleep rather than try to get to the race expo and pick up my bib early and try to do my drop bag and all that stuff. There's a lot of traffic and I'm definitely not making it, so now I'm gonna stop stressing about getting there and I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. I might try to find a cool spot to stop at for sunset and eat some dinner and just like de-stress. But yeah, that's my update. It's been an interesting few hours, me, myself, and I in here. Yep, we got about 260 more miles to go. And oh yeah, it's snowing in Bryce right now, so that's fun. Well, this is our dinner spot tonight, you guys. We got some pad thai, chicken, kale, sweet potatoes with a pretty spectacular view. I honestly don't really have any expectations of tomorrow. I really want to finish. That's my goal. I want to finish and not injure myself because Katie and I are leaving in like a month for our project. I don't want to do anything that pushes my body too hard because I need to be fully there for the project. I can't be injured or hurting in any way. So although it would really suck to not finish tomorrow, I am prepared to stop if needed, but hopefully that doesn't happen. The past couple of months have been really crazy. You know, I've never run anything very long, and I don't think 2 months is a lot of time to prep for something like a 50k. But I just kind of came to this point in my life where I felt like I really just needed something to focus on, and I needed to train for something. And the last time I really did that was with Whitney in October, and I was kind of feeling that itch again. You know, and I was getting really, really caught up in body image and my insecurities, and I just needed something that would take my mind out of that and bring it into a healthier place and bring it into a place of focusing on my body's ability instead of what I look like. And I'm really happy I made that decision, because over the past 2 months, my view of what I can and cannot do has changed so drastically. You know, I've hiked a lot of mountains, but I've always hated running, and the last time I really tried running, I sucked at it, and it was a long time ago. But just the fact that, you know, what I've put myself through to get here, and regardless of how tomorrow goes, I am really, really proud of myself and really happy I made the decision to train for this. I think picking up something like running or rock climbing or climbing up mountains or hiking, something that's such a basic form of fitness that's so instinctual, really brings you a sense of power and strength, and it feels really good to feel strong. I think as women, we're taught to take up as little space as possible and not speak and be small and skinny and fragile and need help. And it feels so good to be strong and take up space and be loud and have my voice heard and have a platform to speak and have people who are willing to listen. It's pretty empowering. And the more time I spend in this community, the more amazing women I meet in this outdoors community it's really inspiring, and it gives me a lot of hope for, I don't know, our world, hopefully. That got so deep, but yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow, and I'm ready. All right, it's currently 4:30 in the morning. We're gonna go drive to the start line, pick up our bib, and run 31 miles. It's really cold. I'm in like 4 layers right now. Let's do this. Bib number, and it's really cold. I got about 15 minutes before the race, so I'm gonna put it on in the car. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. I'm gonna head out. Got a few minutes before I gotta get to the start line, so wish me luck. First long distance race, first ultramarathon, first 50k, 31 miles. Stoke is high. I'm crazy. Friends, we're a little over a mile in. I really don't want to be running right now. A lot of people are walking, but I'm really cold, so I'm just running at a really slow pace. Fun fact, I just reached 10,000 steps. It's not even 7 a.m. Woo! Small victories. I went the wrong way on the trail, and luckily people were yelling at me, so thanks, homies. I didn't even see that. Oops. It is pretty typical that I would go off trail because I'm like just so excited by being in the mountains, and I get so excited and I'm like, everything's so pretty. I'm just looking around, and then I'm like, next thing I know, I'm off trail. So thank you to the fellow runners who yelled at me. That was good. Idea what mile I'm on. I think I'm past halfway. There's no sign that said we were past halfway, but I feel like I've definitely run 15 miles, so yay! All right, friends, just a quick update. I just left the second to last aid station. We are officially at 23 miles, which is my longest day on the trail. Walking some uphills right now. We've got about 8 miles left. So 6 miles of pretty intense up and down, and then 2 miles that aren't too bad. So I'm hurting a lot. I'm really tired, but I'm ready to finish this. We are at mile 29, friends. Officially way past the marathon distance. Last 2 miles to go, and honestly, like these past 6 miles, I felt so good. I took a Tylenol at the last aid station and I was feeling real shitty. And I just got the second wind and I put on some of my favorite spin songs and I just like went hard. So I'm gonna take one more salt pill, drink like a little bit more water, and then try to just keep the momentum going through the last 2 miles. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. I can hear the finish line. I can hear people yelling. I can't see it yet, but I've been running this past section straight and I feel so good. And I'm really happy I did this. And I'm super excited to be finished. I see the finish line. We're right here. Ah! Ah! You guys, we did it. 50k. What the heck? Woo! All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm honestly really surprised at how these past 2 months went and how the race went. I did not expect to fall in love with running in the way that I did, and I think I might actually register for another ultramarathon, which is so crazy to think because literally 2 months ago, I couldn't even fathom the thought of running more than like 5 miles at a time. So if there's something that you want to go for, seriously go for it, because if you put some hard work in and you believe in yourself, you have no idea what the possibilities could be.